Understanding the phrase, have a thick skull. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's English language learning video. Today, we're diving into an interesting and somewhat quirky English phrase, have a thick skull. This expression is a great example of how colorful and vivid the English language can be. So, let's explore what it means, how to use it, and some examples to help you understand it better. The phrase, have a thick skull, is an idiomatic expression in English. It's used to describe someone who is stubborn or slow to understand something. Interestingly, this phrase visualizes the human skull as being thick, implying that it's hard for new ideas or advice to penetrate into the person's understanding or consciousness. It's important to note that this phrase is often used in a humorous or slightly teasing manner, rather than being overtly offensive. Tracing back the origins of idioms can be quite fascinating. The phrase, have a thick skull, likely comes from the literal idea that a thicker skull would make it harder for anything to impact the brain. This metaphorical usage evolved to signify someone who is mentally impervious to new ideas, much like a thick skull would be to physical impact. Understanding the origin helps in visualizing the metaphor, making it easier to remember the phrase. In everyday conversation, have a thick skull is used in various contexts. It can be a light-hearted way to tease a friend who's being particularly stubborn. For example, I've told you how to do it 3 times. You really have a thick skull, don't you? It can also be used in a more serious context, although it's important to be mindful of the tone and relationship with the person, as it can sound rude or disrespectful. To help you better understand how to use this phrase, here are some examples. 1. Despite all the evidence, he wouldn't change his mind. He really has a thick skull. 2. I've been trying to teach her how to use the new software, but she's got a thick skull. 3. You're not listening to my advice at all. You have such a thick skull sometimes. I hope this video has been helpful in understanding the phrase, have a thick skull. Remember, idioms like this make English a fun and dynamic language to learn. They add color and personality to our conversations. Keep practicing, and don't be afraid to use this phrase when you encounter someone who's being a bit stubborn. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.